When I introduce myself as a funeral director, the conversation usually stops there. Or they say, you don't look like a funeral director, or you don't act like a funeral director, which to me is okay. I never thought I would work with dead people, but every single death has something to teach me. I've had some closure around my own losses by standing beside other people when they've experienced loss. I was 10 years old when my dad passed away. I miss him every day. I still do. I'm 46 and I still think about him all the time. Nobody in my family really talked about it. If I brought him up, then they would get upset, and so I felt quite responsible for their emotions, so I just learned in my family not to talk about it at all, or it would make my grandma cry. I went to my dad's funeral, but I didn't get to see his body. I never got to see his ashes or his cremains. Part of me didn't even believe that he was actually dead. And I think if I would have seen him and touched him and felt his hand, I would have known that it was real. And in that way, death is quite miraculous. It just takes a few minutes with someone that you love so much who's passed to realize that they're no longer in that body. It's the vessel that the soul has been in, but the spark of life is gone. But you can sit with them and you can touch them. It's humbling, it's strange, it's different. But it isn't dirty, it isn't scary, it isn't smelly. And if you're willing to just sit and be present with that dead body, you'll process your feelings a lot better. The only thing that was left of my dad were his belongings, which I hung on to for years and years and years. The way I held on to all his possessions was a way of me trying to hold on to him. I think with modern embalming, there's a little bit of that, where people are still trying to hold on to their dead loved one. They're trying to stop the natural process of death. There's spiritual reasons to do that. There's some faiths that believe that you need your actual physical body for the second coming. So I don't want to minimize the cultural or the spiritual reasons that people would have to do embalming. But for me, I find it really strange that the humans tried to delay that final farewell. If a body is left to decompose naturally, that begins from the moment of death. And within a matter of time, they will just return to the earth. Returning to the earth is an honourable, beautiful thing to do. Contributing your nutrients to the life of other living things. I like the idea of not costing the earth anymore at my death. Yeah, giving back to the earth. I don't know how my death will come. but I would love to have my loved ones around me. I would love to be wheeled out and to be under the trees and see the light and all the beautiful things. And if I could no longer enjoy those things, then I would like to be allowed to pass away. I'd like them to carry me out to a hole that's not too deep and then cover me with soil. I would like them to plant some flowers there and a tree when the time was right, and then I would like them to bring their children there someday, or their children's children. I wouldn't mind if I got to haunt the place a little bit, but but I also wouldn't mind if I joined the Soul Soup again and just got to surround the world with love.
To all of you who have contributed, for those of you who've shared our films, for those of you who have written our comments, this journey is just beginning. And we've put a Patreon link below our films, so if you would like to continue to support us, we'd love for you to donate below. Thanks so much.